Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now in the presence of another rendition of Mr. Ray's Real Estate Millionaires, where we making millionaires, baby. We are not playing with it. All right, so today, got a little sermonette for you. A little something for your ears. Did you know that the Lord can read your mind? I want to talk to you today from Psalms 139. Speak to us, David. He writes, Lord, you have searched me and known me. Oh, you know when I sit down and you know when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar off. You have searched out my path, Lord, and my lying down. I know that you're acquainted with all my ways. Even before there was a word on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it all together. Oh, because you hemmed me in before and behind, and you laid your hand upon me. Oh, when I think about it, such knowledge is too wonderful for me. Oh, it is too high. I cannot attain it. Where can I go from thy spirit? Huh? Oh, where can I flee from thy presence? If I ascend into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, even thou art there. Y'all, he is everywhere. The writer says, if I take wings of the morning and I dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there thy hand shall lead me. Oh, he knows your thoughts. He knows everything. And if I say, surely darkness will cover me and the light about me will be night, even the darkness is not dark to you, and the night is bright as the day. For darkness is as light to you. Oh, come on, somebody. Do you hear what he's saying to you today? Keep talking, David. Oh, for you were formed. I knew you. I formed you in your inward parts. I knitted you together in your mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows them all so well. Even my frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in the secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Oh, your eyes saw my unformed substance. Even in your books were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there were none of them. Oh, how precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. Oh, if I were to count them, they would be more than the sand. I awake, and guess what? Oh, I'm still with you. Oh, Lord, I need you to search me right now. I need you to know my heart. I need you to try me. See if there's anything grievous within me. Lead me to the way everlasting. Oh, do you know him today? Do you know the risen Savior? Oh, he knows all about you. He knows the very intents and thoughts of your mind. That's why they call him the Savior. Everybody in the house of the Lord, say amen. Oh, say amen if you can.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. All right, let's get this party started right here. I know y'all here today. Y'all want to learn a little something, something. So I'm about to get this thing started for you. Hold on one second here. Get this party started. Mr. Ray, you should have already been there. Here we go. All right, we ready to go. Let's rock and roll, baby. We got a lot of ground to cover today. So we went through Psalms 39. That's one of my most favorite Psalms, baby, because it tells you he knows everything. You can't hide nothing from him. Come on, you open and exposed before him. All right, we got these ground rules. Let's go, baby. The ground rules are as such. Make sure you're muted. Make sure that you keep your video off. We don't want to see you yet. The only one you want to see is me, baby. I'm the only one. Participate in the chat session, and then as always, give me that feedback, baby. Only way we're gonna get better. So today we gotta cover the ARV that we did for 1412 North Hawthorne Drive in Indy. That was our homework. We're gonna talk about that, and then I'm gonna get into this wholesale process. I need to review it before we get into any more depth. I need to make sure you understand what the process is. So we're going to go through one by one on the process, and I'm going to answer your questions, and then you got more homework, baby. Oh, there's more homework to be done. We talking about practice. Now, we ain't talking about the game. We talking about practice. You're going to need some more practice, baby. All right, so we lost 4 students this last week. They didn't make the cut. But if you're on this call today, you made the cut. So congratulations to you, baby. But it ain't over. We still got some more cutting to do. So you want to make sure that you don't get eliminated. So, Brother Ray, we need to know what would cause me to get eliminated. Well, I'm glad you asked. Failure to turn in the homework in a timely manner, my brothers and sisters, will get you cut from this team. Oh yeah, you on the practice team right now, but we trying to get the starting 5, and we got to get some reserve role players in the house. But if you fail to turn in the homework, baby, I'm gonna have to cut you. Oh yes, I will. Missing weekly meetings and not keeping up with the coursework, huh? Okay, now I know that you ain't gonna be able to make every meeting, but you can at least tell me ahead of time, Mr. Ray, I'm not gonna make it, but I'm gonna need you to forward that video to me afterwards. All right, that's acceptable. Coming in late to my Zoom meetings. Oh, come on, somebody. I don't play late. The meeting starts at 7. You need to be here at before 7, or at least at 7. At some point, if we 5 minutes into this thing, I'm cutting it off, and I'm not letting anybody win. And it can get you cut from the team, baby. It can get you tough. Also, I need to inform you that Jordan has decided to pursue his own business, so he won't be a part of this group on Thursdays. He's still going to be with us on Mondays doing the advanced work and also the foundations. But from now on, this is Mr. Ray. He's running it, baby. I'm running it, and I'm running it well. All right? Any questions on how you may or may not make the cut? Any questions? I want to be very clear here. We're not playing, baby. This is serious business. We are not playing. All right. If you ain't got no question, then like I said, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna pray for you, but this ain't for everybody. I gotta have the few, the proud, those that are serious about this thing. All right, let's keep going. So we keep talking about the after repair value, and we're gonna be talking about it again today, right? We know what it is. It's the appraised value. It's after you fixed it up. It's whatever people are willing to pay for it. It's what the bank says it's worth. It's totally subjective, right? Because everybody's got a view of what that house is like. You think it's worth this, and the buyer think it's worth that, and the appraiser and taxes, and everybody got a different view. But our goal is to get within $5,000 of a good after repair value. That is our goal. And so we're going to talk about how we make sure we get there. Everybody turned in their homework this week, so we're going to see how y'all did in comparison to others. Now, I got to stop right here and do a little comparison, right? So the ARV and the MA and the MO, maximum, I got that wrong, MOA, it's MAO, maximum allowable offer, are pretty much the same, whether you're talking about a buy and hold person that we're selling to or a flipper, okay? So let's assume in this case, so let's start with the buy and hold first, right? So it's a $200,000 ARV, it's got 25,000 repair, 25,000 assignment fee. And so what do? We multiply it by 75%, right? And then we subtract it to get the maximum allowable offer, right? So everybody understands that. Now that is for a buy and hold, remember, because we want to make sure that they can go in and get that financed by the bank. That's why we use 75, because the bank uses 75% when they're going to finance it. So we want to make sure that the buy and hold guy is all right. All right, but so let's look at it from a flipper standpoint. We're going to run the same numbers for a flipper and they'll be exactly the same. So we got the 25,000 in repair, we got the 25,000 assignment fee, but in place of the 75%, we just put in the flipper's required profit. And guess what? You end up with the same number, right? The same number. So I need to stop right here and ask, are there any questions? Does this make sense?
Hey, Ray, does the flipper profit, is that some specific percentage? I see that it's a quarter of the amount. What's
they
the
like to make
rationale?
anywhere, different flippers like different things, but most of them like to make anywhere from 15 to 25% of that at the ARV. Like you said, you calculated 25%. It depends on the house, it depends on the area, but when we run our comps and when we do our maximum allowable offer, we're going to run it where we're using the 75%. But I wanted to show you it's the same number when we're doing it for a flip. Any other questions?
Why didn't you use the percentage on the flipper side?
Because he's going to sell it. He's not going to go to the bank. He's not going to the bank and refinance it. He paid cash for it. He's going to fix it up and he's going to flip it. He doesn't care about the 75%. All he wants is the profit.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah. What other questions? All right, we're gonna be doing some more examples. So you guys and girls are gonna get used to this. But I wanted you to see the difference. It's really the same. So you can play with this number. You can change your assignment fee. You can change what profit the flipper gets. I mean, these are all negotiable. Now, this number right here it is what it is, whatever the repairs is. This is negotiable. I can lower this, or I can raise this and lower this. So you can always play with those numbers. And I'll show you as we're getting properties, how you change those numbers. All right, so let's go to the spreadsheet. That's what y'all here today for, right? You want to know how you did. All right, let's see how you did. Let's roll this over here. Hold on, come back over here. All right, you guys see that? So that's, that's over there a little bit. Put that back over there. All right, here we go. So here is, the property is 1425 Hawthorne Drive in Indianapolis. And when I ran my comps, this is what my comps looks like. So I'm gonna show you my comps for this property. So here it is, it's two bed, one bath, one car, 2,100 square feet. So I use 1205 Downing, and we can go look at Redfin here in a minute. I use 831 Leland, so you can have your spreadsheet up and check and see what you use. I use St. Clair, and these, notice, had the same baths, just about the same garage, really close on the square footage, and they were within the same area. All right, so then you can see the average per square foot. Now, when you run the numbers, the average is 193, and the average is this. And so that's going to give us our number that we're going to multiply our square footage by. So we take this number here, that's our number, we multiply it times our square footage, that gives us our ARV, right? Then we multiply 75% to get our loan to value, that's 75%. I didn't have that in there, let's put that in there. And then we deduct our repairs and our assignment fee, and we get maximum allowable offer. Any questions? Here we are. So those that were within striking distance got a green: Christina, Rashim, Lila, and Laura. And I'm gonna give the ones in yellow a little bit credit. You were close. Polly, David, Brittany, Christian, Ken, and Don. The other ones, you're a little bit high or you're a little bit low. So let's open it up for conversations and see where some people thought maybe they went wrong or maybe they don't understand. Let's talk about it.
All right, Mr. Ray, I have a question. Now, can we pull up this 1425? Because I was thinking that it listed this as 3 bedrooms, and this is probably how I messed up my calculation.
It's a 2-bedroom. All right, let's pull it up.
All right.
It's the square footage that was different on different sites.
All right, 1425 Hawthorne. There it is right there. 2-bed, 1-bath, 2,100 square feet.
All right.
Beautiful home. They went in, made it look really nice. Granite counters, backsplash, painted, new ceiling fans, new doors. It had a basement, nice little basement there. We don't have a lot of basements out here in Oklahoma, but Indiana, we have a lot of basements. That's a nice basement. Then it got the heat and air down there. Got a little outside shack. So yeah, that's the property right there. What's the questions? Those of you all that wasn't close, you better come on with your questions. Figure out how you can get there.
I can tell you what mine was. I'm saying mine was on the square footage as well. The houses I was looking for, trying to stay in that 2-bedroom and keep it at 2,000 square feet. For me, it was kind of tricky finding those in the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we're gonna keep practicing, baby. We're gonna keep practicing till we get everybody in the green or at least the yellow.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
This is Christina. I have one question.
Yes.
I saw that you used 1245 North Downey Avenue, and I had written that one down, but I didn't actually use it because I had 2 bathrooms. Does that make much of a difference?
So I used it, Downey. Yeah. I showed it had 1 bath.
There's 2, or maybe it was.
Oh, let's go look at it. I showed it had 1 bath, but let's look at it. I could have been wrong.
Hold on. I might have told you the wrong one. I have one that's in parentheses. That's that.
Let's go.
Sorry. I was thinking you had a different one on there than you did.
All right. I do make
Never mind.
I need y'all to check me.
Nope, it was me that time.
All right.
All right, Miss Ray.
Yeah.
What it looks like on the difference between mine and the list that you have is some of the homes that were hitting the square footage and the bedrooms at minimum 2.
Right.
The one I got 3, but they were just lower. They just were a lot lower. To me they look similar, but it just was lower for some reason.
You got to throw those out. If they look like they just lower, you got to get rid of them and try to find some other.
Okay.
For my
that was So even if it's things are right, if it's at 100,000, you want to disregard that because that will drop mine down when I included the last house.
again, like I said, this is practice. You're getting more practice. You're learning. You're seeing what we're doing. We're staying within a mile radius. We're trying to make sure it's in the last 3 to 6 months, you know, and it's got to be similar. So if we can just keep working on that, we're gonna get there. Any other questions? We can stay here as long as you like.
This is Don.
Hey, Don.
So for me, I was kind of confused. At first I was trying to get it to the appraised value for what the house was, of 175.
Right.
So with the original ones, so I kept changing up numbers. It got me to the numbers I'm at now. But if I had did it the way you did it, it would have brought me in at the ARV at probably like 196. So I guess that's why I was messing up. I keep thinking that we're trying to get it for what the house is showing at 175.
No, we're trying to see, based on what the houses have sold for in that area lately, we want to make sure that we're getting the top dollar. And the other assumption that you guys need to make sure, we're building this up to get maximum dollars. So we're assuming that the rehabber, that the person that we're going to sell the property to is going to bring it all the way up to the top. So we're looking for top value homes, not way out there, but we're looking for top value homes.
That answered a lot right there, because I'm still thinking like buy and hold. I'm trying to get it for the lowest I can.
Yeah, even the buy and hold guys, yeah, you're trying to get it low as you can, but as a buy and hold, you want that ARV to be high so the bank will give you more money. Make sense?
That does.
All right, come on, what else y'all got? Good questions. Y'all gonna be all right. Somebody's gonna make the team. If you just keep on plugging, you're gonna make the team. And so,
Can you show me one more time how you got that cost of that square footage real quick? The 95,
right here.
95.46.
Make sure those
Okay.
numbers add up. I put it in the spreadsheet, so it ought to add up.
Okay, so you took the average
Yeah.
of all the square footage. Okay.
Now, what I did,
Gotcha.
I took this right here, divided it by that, and that gave me the square foot. Now, don't do the average. Do this, divided by that. That gives you that. Okay.
There you go. All right, got it.
Okay. What else?
All right, Ray, say that again.
So, you got I got 4 of my properties right here. I add them all up, right? And that's what I get. Then I divide that number by 4, and I get the 193. See what the
I
average?
thought you didn't divide the sales price, just the square footage.
No, well, hold it. You got to get this, the average sales price, right? And then you get
No,
the
that's not.
Go ahead.
We were told to get the average of the square footage.
Yeah, that's it right here. But you got to divide this by that to get the average. Does everybody follow me, or are we confused again?
No, I confused myself. I made a false assumption that since it was, see how the other ones are, if it's under that column, you took the average, and to the far left, it has average. So I just assumed that the yellow was average as well, because I didn't have the actual Excel. I just had this version from the recording.
You see this? Yeah, this number right here. See my formula up here?
Yeah, I see the formula
This
now.
divided by this gives me what the average square footage is for all 4 of those houses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See how it's under the column of dollar square foot?
Yeah.
Like, and then the sale price as well, it took the average. So it was just my confusion. I confused myself. I get it now.
Lila, you still confused?
Yeah, I didn't think we averaged the sales price at all. We were just taking the square footage divided by the sales price for each of the comps, and then we were taking the average of the square price per square footage of the comps.
Okay. So again, This is your total of all these right here. You need to know what the average sales price is. And so the only way you're gonna get the average is divide this by 4. Because you got 4 property, and that's gonna give you that. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, but I thought, like she's saying, so you take the square foot, the price per square foot, and whatever that is right there that you got, the 2032, you take those two and you multiply them,
You divide
and
this by
you're supposed to get that
you get
number
that.
for the 193.
Yeah, you get this, that's the average of that. You get this,
Mhm.
that's the average of that. You divide this by that, you get that.
Gotcha.
Got it, Lila?
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand it.
Okay.
Yeah, Ray, I'm kind of with Lila. I thought it was the square footage average times the square footage of the property. It's very close because on
Yeah,
the square foot average is 95.59 versus the 95.46 that you have.
it's going to be
So
very close, but I like doing it this way because I know I'm getting the average.
no,
of both of these.
I'm there. I see how you got it there. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like you said, if you do it the other way, let's say if I'd have done the average here, let's do the average here. Let's see what the average is right here. So you take that 38, 382, somebody divide that by 4. Yeah, I can do it over here.
Yeah, it's 95.59.
So it's the
59
same number, right?
Pretty close.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't go wrong if you do it either way. I just like doing it this way. All right, so if you did it the other way, you still should come up with the right answer.
All right. Well, yeah, you'll be in the ball game. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're in the ball game. All right, who else?
Hey, Ray,
Yeah.
this is Vaughn. My
Yeah.
issue, man, was which houses to select. Because you could pick 4 houses, and I'm saying, and they might not they fit the criteria, but they're a little out of the range, maybe.
Yeah.
You can easily skew your numbers.
Yes. Yeah, like in your case, you got a lot of them that are low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, we're trying to get for a rehabber and for a fixer upper, we're trying to make sure that we're getting them the highest price that we can get them.
Got it.
Hey Ray, this is Tiffany.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where I am still a little confused.
Okay.
Because 3 of the homes that you have, I worked this 3 different ways, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And you chose 1209 Butler. I had that on my maybe list, but I didn't choose that because of the way they fixed it up. And I thought that Jordan was explaining with Lila last week that it had to look like the amount that they have rehabbed, it had to compare to what you were going to fix the current property to.
Let's go look at Butler and see what.
So I thought it was a little more, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just kind of thought it was a little more out of the league than the other one, maybe.
All right, let's go
And I
look
could
at
be
it.
wrong.
Let's go look at it. Recently sold. Let me do my minimum here. 125. My maximum 250. Let's go minimum 200. Get some more of them out of there. All right. What was this? What was the address again? Butler.
Yes.
1209 North
Yeah,
Butler.
yeah, I'm sorry. I was muted. I apologize.
Where's Butler at over here? Where's Butler at, Roxanne? I hear Washington, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Butler?
Butler is up to the top there.
Up to the top? Am I going right? You see my
Should be
cursor?
right in there. Should be right in there.
Let's get a little bit.
I think it's the 225 or
Let's
Yeah,
just click on them until we find it. There it is. 910 Butler.
Yep.
Is that it? All right, let's click on it. See what we got. And so, Tiffany, tell me why you thought that this one was out of the.
No, actually, you have 1209.
Whoops. All right, let's go back. Let's go back in here again then. Let's just punch it in the address. Give me the address. We'll punch it in. Zillow.
1209 North Butler.
Indianapolis. Here we go. All right. All right, Tiff. So talk to me. Why you thought this one?
I don't know. It just, to me, it was a little, I guess it was just a little different in the makeup of it, like the way it was put together. And I felt like it was, I don't know, like maybe the rehab of it just looked different to me.
Okay.
So we're looking at, I mean, I guess I'm saying like when we are looking at homes that we're going to choose, are we breaking it down all the way to like what they have on the countertops and the way the flooring?
No, don't go there. You're looking for same bath, same square footage. I mean, similar. No, it can't be junk, but it's got to be similar in renovation, right?
Okay.
So just because it doesn't look like it, maybe it, it's kind of made different. This is made a little bit different, but it's a good comp because it's a recent sale, and as you see here, even the countertops are not as nice as it was over in the other one, but it's still comped out. They still sold it for $200,000.
Right. Okay. And when you say we're looking for properties that are similar, say if you have a property that you feel is similar, but it was sold 8 months ago and it may be in the price range that you want it to be in, but say you have similar comp as well, but it was sold 2 months ago, but it's a little higher. Would you go out to the 8 months, or would you just stay
I'm going to stay with the one that's closer, because I'm trying to keep within 3 to 6 months if I can, if I find a good one.
Okay, so
I'm going to trump that. I'm going to trump that is similar, as opposed to, I don't want one that was sold 8 months ago if I can stay away from it, especially if I got some that sold recently, because that's what the appraiser is going to go after. He's going after recent sales.
Right. Okay. Okay. And that may have been a part of my calculations that time as well. Okay. Now I'm clear on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
I got you.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys and girls. If you missed it, don't worry about it. Just keep working on it. You're going to get there. We're going to get better every time we do this. That's why we're having this. You're not going to get kicked off the team for trying. I promise you. Now, when you don't try, then I might kick you off.
Hey, Ray, can I offer one other thing real quick? Is that I set my filter too tight. I had my filter from 175 to 225. And so my set was my subset was smaller than what you were working with. So I need to open it up.
Yeah. So let's do that.
I did this. I did the same with my filter too.
So let's go down here. The reason why you want to use the filter is you don't want to see as many homes, because that'll confuse you, right? So you want to get the bandwidth in. Let's say, so when you was going in here, if you just looked at there's a lot of homes in here, right? You want to take the ones that are really on the low end. So I would set the filter on the low end, maybe about 150. See how many it took off?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just stop right there, but then on the high end, I know it ain't gonna be, 275. So I'll take some more of them big ones out. You see what I'm saying? But don't set it too tight, because you might want to pick up these that are in here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that was my problem. I set mine too tight. I only had it at 225.
Oh yeah, yeah. You at least had to go to 250.
Yeah, so that I limited myself.
And even 250, like yeah. So that's a good catch. That's good information for y'all to know. Hey, just don't set it too tight, but you want to take out those outliers, right? That's all you want to do there. And sometimes if you don't get enough houses, then you want to play with this a little bit so you can get some more houses in there. Make sure you're not missing something. Any other questions? We got to move on because you're going to have another homework next week. So I got some stuff I need to get y'all through today. So just keep humping away at it. Don't get discouraged. Anybody got one more question before we go?
Last question.
Yeah.
Why didn't you use 1242 North Downing?
All right, let's look at it. 12. Hold on.
That was gonna be part of my question too. Well, not 1245 actually.
Yeah, I used
1245
1245 as well.
Hold on. I'm not saying
he
you
got
couldn't
he
use
got
it.
1245. He got that.
I'm not saying you couldn't use it.
He got 1245. 1242 is what I'm talking about.
But see, Mr. Ray, so I had 3 of the 4 same exact comps as you, but that one changed with you not doing the 1245.
What is the address? 1245 what?
North Downing.
Dowdy? Hold on.
Downing. Downey. Yes.
That's it right there.
Well, I did 45, but Darren, you said 42?
Yeah, they're right next to each other. He did 45 as well. It's on his comps.
And so
this in the 1205.
This one was is this the right one or 42? 42 or 45?
No, this is 42. 45 is higher.
Okay, what do you want me to look at so I can answer
that
the
one?
question? This one right here?
Yeah. Why didn't you not use that one? Why?
Look at the price.
But look at the square footage and the cost per square footage. But it's the price is what really matters, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's way off from anything that we talked about.
Makes sense.
Okay, let's look at why it's a little lower.
Can you compare it to the 1205 then? It's right down the street from it.
Yeah, we'll look at that one. This one right here. I mean, they didn't do nothing to it really, right? I mean, it's decent. But for some reason, it's not up to par of what the other houses are selling over there.
And shouldn't it be within 3 months?
Look at the floors here. You see the floors?
Yeah.
You see?
Okay.
They don't have enough quality in it to get the price up. Look at the walls. You see cracks right there? So that's why it didn't sell. Okay, what's the other one you want me to look at?
Do the 1245, because you have 1205, but 1245.
Downey, right?
Yes, sir. The North Downey.
Right there. All right. And this was 181. This would have been a good one. Hold on, let me see what the square footage was again. 21.8. It's a 2-bath. I don't have a problem if you use this one.
So
the thing is,
comparing that to your 4th one.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, so I used that one instead of your 5458, which was at 203. So that difference between the 203 to the basically 180, that 30 or excuse me, that 23,000.
This is a nice house right here. I could have very well used this.
So that would have for sure brought the ARV and the MAO down, just based off of that one property.
Where's yours at? Who is this? Is this Kristen?
Yes, sir.
You're 188? Yeah. Okay, so you saying this one brought yours down or brought it up?
It brought it down.
Let's see. It was 200, wasn't it?
Mr. Eighth, I remember.
181.
Right.
Okay, yeah, it did. Okay, I'm sorry. I heard another question. We're not even going to get to the process today. I can tell you right now. So we're just going to stay here, and I'm going to keep answering your questions. We'll get to the process next week. All right, let's keep asking questions. So we're not going to get to the process. We're just going to do ARV today.
That'll be the week after next, babe.
Oh, yeah. Miss Lila, we are going on a trip next week. for the they do something on February 14th. What is that all about? I'm not really sure, but I've been told that we're not having a meeting next week, so we're going somewhere. So there we go.
There's no holiday on February 14th.
You gonna
Not
get
a real
in
one.
trouble.
That's all right. The boss
Uh-oh.
set the boss set the floor. She lets you know.
My bad. Somebody heard me. My bad.
All right.
See
Hey,
what I did here, Raymond, and I see exactly what I did wrong. As some of the others were saying, I set my parameters too tight, and it caused my figures to be so low. But now I see how you expanded when you went into our filters. So I got to do better on the filter.
that's all right. That's why we talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. We talking about practice.
Okay, so Ray, real quick, and I appreciate everybody's feedback, but so let me make sure I'm clear. You're saying the square footage price, that's okay, but really what we're looking for is the actual higher sale value of the house in comparison.
If it's not too far out of the, if it's $10,000 to $20,000 higher, then you gotta throw that out. If it's real high or real low, you throw it out. You want to be right there in the middle on the high side.
But on the high side.
See where I am? I'm at 203, 200, 187, 185. I'm right around that same area.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions?
Mr. Ray, one more quick one. So if say it does come an instance again where there's the two houses, because the 1205 and the 1245, those both sold on the same day. So
when did they sell?
On December 14th of 2020.
So that's pretty recent.
So would you, and I saw, so those were both 0.3 miles from our property.
Our subject property, yes.
Compared to the 5458, which was 0.9 miles. So would you, since both of these properties that are on the same street, to make sure that you're getting a good variety, would it be better to go with the 5458 East St. Clair?
Yes.
Since it's okay.
Yeah, you want to go, if it's closer, the closer the better, especially if it fits that criteria of your subject property. Because most likely the appraiser is gonna pick that house.
Okay. Well, the 1205 and the Downies, those were both closer.
The Downey and which one?
Both, because I had the 1205 and the 1245.
Okay.
So those.
Okay, I'm confused now because I forgot we threw out one because it was way too low. Was that the one? I'm getting my number.
So yeah, I took out. So basically, if you take out the 5458 the East St. Clair, if you take out that one and replace that with a 1245 North Downing, which is right down the street from your 1205,
right?
Then that one, which is closer to our property, they're both, you see what I'm saying? They're both 0.3 miles.
Right. See, again, I want to tell you guys and girls, it's not an exact science. You just got to do the best that you can, try to pick them as close as you can, and try to get close to the number, right? Because I guarantee you the bankers will come in here and they'll have a whole different ARV. The appraisers might be off. I just want to be within at least 5,000 to 7,000 of where I think the appraiser is going to come in at. So don't get frustrated. If you're way off, you got to make some adjustments. But if you're anywhere close within $5,000 to $8,000, just keep trunking at it.
Okay, Mr. Ray. So the amount of comps, it dropped my number. So some people use 3. Majority of people use 4. Last time they was like 3 to 7. Dude said 7, so I used 6. When I use 6, it dropped my number drastically.
Right.
So what is that ideal number?
4.
Is it 4 or 5? Okay.
Well, that's your ideal. Take a cue from me. Use 4. 3 is too little. 5 and 7 is too many. Because whenever I see appraisals, you know how many houses they have for me? 4.
3. 4?
They have, they sometimes they have 3, but a lot of times they'll give me 4 good houses.
All right, thank you.
4, I like 4, and so I'm training you to use 4. If you want to use 3, I think you're tightening it down where you can make a mistake, and if you're using more than that, your average is going to be too low. Good questions, though. You guys and girls asked some great questions. Well, I have some stuff I was going to share with y'all tonight. We're just not going to get there.
Mr. Ray, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so you use a Downey house. Does a 2-story versus the subject house being a 1-story level, does that matter even though they may have the same square footage?
Yeah, if I can find a house that's the same stories, I want to use that. I don't like to compare 2 stories to 1 stories.
Okay, thank you.
Good question.
I've got a quick question.
Yes.
If the bank appraises a home and it comes in way lower than what you calculated as an ARV, can you request a second appraisal if you pay for it, or do they not allow that?
You can. Some banks will allow you to do that, but the other banks will say, no, that's our appraisal. If you don't like it, go somewhere else.
Okay.
Because they hire appraisers to give them what they want.
Right.
And so I have one that they came in low on, and you know, I didn't make a big fuss about it because I hadn't fixed it up yet. But when I go back in and refinance it, I bet it better be within 5,000 of what I think it is, or I'm going to another bank. Because you're not going to lowball me, you know, and I've done a lot of work on that house. I'm gonna need that appraisal, and if I think it's low, I'll pay for it. I'll pay $300, $400, $500 for a good appraisal. Because it makes a difference on the buy and hold.
Right on. Thanks.
What else? Got about 10 more minutes. Maybe I got time to just introduce. Now, if I do, then I'm gonna get into it and we got to start again. So next time we're still gonna have a, in fact, let's just go ahead and give you the homework so you'll have it. Let's go back and get the homework. All right, you ready to write down the homework? See, I was going to take you through all of this. This is all I was going to take you through. I'm not taking you through none of it now. We're going to, so this is what we're going to do the next 4 weeks. So today we were supposed to do the wholesale process explained. So I'm going to have to back that up a week. Then after that, we're going to get into prop stream. And I'm going to show you how we get our leads out of prop stream. And then I'm gonna do a little deeper dive in prop stream. I'm gonna show you how we do skip trace lists. I'm gonna show you how you do campaigns, whether it be letter writing campaigns. I'm gonna show you all this stuff that I'm gonna be doing for you on your behalf. And then we're gonna do another deep dive because there's so much in prop stream. That is gonna be our main engine for generating our leads, skip tracing, sending out letters, cards, the whole 9 yards. PropStream, they've even got the mobile one you can drive around. I'm not even gonna get into that, but we're gonna be using that also. All right, so here's the homework. Get ready. You ready? I'll type it in over here in the chat also. So here it is, 2942 Edgewater Street. Guess where it is? ATL. Laura, we're coming out to the ATL. 2942 Edgewater. It is a 3-bed, according to what's on there. 2.5 bath, 2-car, 2756 square feet. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We got the repairs on this one. We're gonna assume that it's $30,000, and we're gonna get our fee of $20,000. So I'm gonna leave this on here for a minute so you can get it. We're going to the ATL, baby. That's the great thing about doing wholesaling. You can do it in any market. All this makes sense. It works in every market as long as you understand where you're buying these homes. You got to make sure you're buying in areas that people are buying them, that the prices are good, that you can get your money back out of. But this is the game that you can do virtually, people. You can do this from the comfort of your house, and you can make some money. Any questions?
Mr. Ray, didn't you say that?
Yes.
Didn't you say that there are some states that wholesaling is not legal
Yes,
right now?
There are some where you have to have a license. That means you either have a realtor's license or whatever. I think they have a wholesale license. They make you put up a bond. They make you fill out some forms, say you ain't never been in prison. I mean, they just basically making sure that you're not a crook. Because there's a lot of crooks in this game, I promise you. Any other questions? It's been a good session. I think we're gonna keep getting better, keep trying, keep practicing. Iverson said practice ain't important, but it is important. Unless you like him, unless you just a stud, and ain't none of y'all studs out there yet. I'm the only stud up in this meeting, baby. I'm the only one that can run circles around everybody. So until you get this down, I'm gonna need you to practice. Any other questions? All right, let's turn it on. Turn on here, and you can turn your videos on. Let us see you. If you want to turn it on, let's see what y'all doing out there. I see you. What's happening? What's happening? Who's out there? I see you. Let the world see you. We got time for a few more questions. Got about 5 more minutes that we can do some questions. Was this helpful today? Did you learn some? Are you getting better? Is it more confusing or what?
I definitely learned something. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
This is due on Monday?
Go ahead, Roxanne.
Is this due on Monday?
Of course. Hold on. I didn't tell you that. Oh, come on. I got to go back over here. Oh, I got a few more things. Okay. Housekeeping. We got some housekeeping matters we got to talk about. Okay, well, I already told you, no meeting. All right. Darren, remind me of this. Be sure when you go out and look at my videos, you guys are going out watching the videos and you're not liking. I'm not getting any like. Do you like me or not? I want to know. I'm not getting any love. You know why I'm not getting any love? Because you're not liking me. And so if you don't like me, why are you on here? I'm gonna need your likes. More than that, I'm gonna need your love. If they got a love button, I'm gonna need you to push that for me. All right. Those likes help me in the future to get be able to make some money, right? Because they're gonna start having, you get enough likes, they start having advertisers they'll put on there and they'll pay you a little money. So if you want Mr. Ray to make a little money so that he can keep giving you these videos for free, I'm gonna need you to like me, baby. If I find out you don't like me and you ain't been liking me, I'm gonna have a talk with you. We're gonna have to come to Jesus meeting. All right. Homework is due by Monday. I know, well, Mr. Ray, you ain't even gonna be in town. I don't care. I want the homework by Monday. I set the rules. You follow them. Don't ask me no questions. Have it in by Monday. If you don't have it in by Monday and see what happens. Oh, you don't want to get cut, do you? Oh, I know you don't. I love you, baby. I love all of y'all, but you better get that homework in on time or we gonna have a problem. Any questions? Oh, Mr. Ray, you scared. That's all right. I'm gonna make you better. Go on and cry. You're gonna be better because of it. I love you. I think we about ready to get there. Sounds like all the questions have been answered. Go out and do your research. So you're gonna have an extra week where you won't even see Mr. Ray, huh? That's gonna be good. You don't get to see these big old pretty teeth smiling at you, telling you how much Jesus loves you. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. One of these days, y'all gonna miss me. But right now, I'm finna go eat some chicken. Do we eat chicken every day? Pretty much. Lila B, make sure I got some chicken, baby, and it's gotta be grilled. I wanna make sure y'all eating right. Don't be eating all that fried stuff, baby. Talk to you later. And what day is February 14th? Happy Valentine's Day. We'll see y'all later. God bless.